Hey team, today I wanted to talk about rolling. You've probably heard people talk about, oh, I should roll out, or seen people walk around with a foam roller like this. And you've maybe wondered, why do I need that? Or, man, that looks good, but I don't even know how to use it. So I wanted to spend some time today to explain what rolling is, why we do it, and how it can help your dancing. So what happens in our body when we have our muscles that are out of balance or have extra tension from working out or dancing is our skeletal muscles start to form what we call trigger points. And trigger points are like little knots in our muscles. And if we're tight in one muscle group, it'll actually put excess strain on a different muscle group. And our muscles will start to overcompensate by putting those little knots in there. And when the muscles are tight and our joints aren't moving properly, then that means when we're dancing, when we're working out, we can't get into proper position, and that increases our risk of injury as well as inhibits our dancing. So there's different types of foam rollers. I got this one from my massage therapist, a friend of mine, for like $10, and I'll post one online and a couple options for you online. Why I like one that's bigger and larger is I can use it on my back, and I'll show you some different ways that you can use this. But this allows my entire back to be rolled out and stretched out. I can also use it on my quads and my calves by coming into this side plank position and using it on my calf like this. But the downside of one like this is it's hard to take to dance events and it's hard to travel with. So there's some other options. If you don't want to spend money and maybe you have a rolling pin at home, you can use a rolling pin that would give you the same, at least for your quads and your calf, the same rolling pattern that you can get, and actually you can control the level of tension that you put on here. Or I also have these smaller ones that I actually take to dance events with me, as my roommates can testify. And this is a TP therapy set, and I can post the links to that and you can try it out. This one is for your quads. It's more of a quad size one. And you would lay on your side in the same way that I'd use the big foam roller, and you'd come here and roll. It also has a calf specific one, which is smaller, and you would take it and you can use it on your calf, and it's nice and small. The downside of these is I can't roll on my back and work out some of my side under my arms, on my rib cage, and on my back. So some trade-offs there, but for dance events, having some of these are really important. So today what I wanted to start out with is our upper legs. So we have this muscle and this band, it's called our IT band, and it connects from our knee to our hip. And this is a really important part of our upper leg that we need to keep relaxed, because when this is tight, it actually starts causing pain on our inner knee because it's pulling, these side muscles are getting tight, and so it's putting strain on our inner leg muscles. So we have that part of our upper leg and our quad. The next part of our quad is kind of this 3/4 angle that runs along this front side, and then you have the top of your quad. And you also have the inside. So when I think about rolling the upper part of my quads, typically I will do this when I feel pain in my low back or my hip or my inner knee. And so I would we're gonna use the big foam roller today, and I take it and I'm gonna start right above my knee, kind of like an inch above where the knee joint is, and I'm gonna just put all of my body weight there, and I come into a side plank. And you want to balance yourself and use your abs to hold yourself up. And you're going to go an inch up, 2 inches up, excuse me, and an inch down. And 2 inches up and an inch down. And you work that way all the way up to your hip. And it will be painful. It hurts me right now. But the reason this is really good is the pain means you need it. It means that it's those little nodules and your muscles are really tight. And this is going to help release all of that tension in the side. And I put my leg in front to help balance, and I work all the way up into my hip. and then I can kind of roll on that hip area. You can also take this while you're up here and sit on your glutes on your butt where your back pocket would be, and you can kind of roll in that. And once I make it all the way up, then I go to that 3/4 angle of my quad, and I'm gonna start back down here. And I turn a little, and right above my knee, I go 2 inches up, an inch down. 2 inches up, an inch down. And the best way to make this work is to relax. Relax those muscles and let that tension release. Let your muscle melt into that roller and work all the way up. I know I'm getting out of the video. And then you would come and do the front part of your quad right here. And so I lay on my forearms, bring my leg out to the side, go start right above my knee, and I work 2 inches up and an inch down. And 2 inches up and an inch down. Why this is working is not only is it rolling out those trigger points, it's also moving the blood around. So you're actually, just for that split second, kind of moving the blood out of the muscle and allowing the blood to come back in. So it helps get rid of lactic acid for soreness. It helps get your blood flowing and healthy oxygen coming into that space. And so I do that on each leg, and that's for your upper quads. Now, if you just wanted to use a rolling pin to get started, the way I'd recommend doing that is I take my leg out to the side, and I just start at that same spot, and I'm gonna roll an inch up, 2 inches up, excuse me, an inch down, and an inch up, and an inch down. And I work all the way up. And what's cool about this is you'll actually feel the muscle tension, and you'll feel where you need to add some extra pressure and where it doesn't really hurt. So you can kind of go easy on those spots. And then I'll start on the inside for me, and then I go to that top part of my quad and do the same thing up and down. And then I'll turn on my side and do the same thing, starting above my knee, going up 2 inches and down an inch. I can take this and use it on my calf as well. And we'll do a separate video on calves, actually. But to show you this, you can come up 2 inches and down an inch, and up and down. You won't feel as much pressure, so maybe turning it on its side and pushing up and down. This will be uncomfortable, so be prepared, but know that it's good for you, and know that it really does help alleviate some pain in your hips and your inner knee. So if you're having pain in those areas, give that a try. I'll have a few more videos to work on your calves, to work on your upper back and your shoulders, and as well as just show you a few more tools and rolling equipment that I think are really important. Good luck, hope you have a great day. See ya.